Since 2018, Canadian governments have injected at least $23 billion in support of 3 megaprojects designed to move gigantic amounts of oil and gas to international markets, undermining Ottawa's commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emissions, it says. A new report from the International Institute for Sustainable Development, IISD. Those pipelines are Trans Mountain, Coastal GasLink, and Keystone XL. IISD found that since the COVID-19 pandemic hit, governments have provided those projects with support of at least $10 billion. There is a lot of money going into export oil and gas pipelines in Canada, and we are emerging from a pandemic where we have the opportunity to redesign our economy in a way that puts people and planet first, said the author of the report, Vanessa Corkle. The main question I would like this report to ask is whether these investments align with the future we want in Canada. Our award-winning journalists bring you the news that impacts you, Canada and the world. Do not miss it. There are clear opportunities for the Government of Alberta and the Government of Canada to invest in areas that are more economically viable in the long term, and that leads directly to the climate question of which industries will thrive in a low-carbon economy. She said, the report focuses on government support, rather than subsidy, because not all forms of financial assistance Ottawa offers fit the agreed definition of subsidy established by the World Trade Organization. Support, on the other hand, has a broader definition, but the report also notes that many support-related questions remain unanswered, calling for greater transparency on how public dollars are spent and implying that $23,000 million is probably an undercount. The Trans Mountain Pipeline, and its expensive expansion project, is the largest recipient of government support, totaling at least $15.3 billion since 2018, largely because Canada agreed to buy the pipeline for $15.3 billion. $4.5 billion to Kinder Morgan, which could not find a private company buyer to carry out the extension. The expansion project would more than double the pipeline's capacity from 300,000 barrels a day to 890,000, representing an overall 14% increase in the country's total capacity. But Ottawa has maintained that it does not intend to be a long-term owner and is already looking for a way to sell once the expansion project is complete. Initially, that expansion was estimated to cost $7.4 billion, but the latest cost estimate is priced at $12.6 billion. It's also at least 3 years late, which almost certainly adds to the cost to finish even more.